Hello, welcome on back to Baseless Claims, our casual conversational comedy podcast. My name is Tay, setting up a desk is not as easy as it looks.
My name is Tori, the Seeker Thompson.
That's way better than mine.
My name is Tyler, the most possible qualified podcaster, Matheson.
Hey, gang, welcome to Ad Nauseum, the segment where I sift through the constant barrage of marketing to bring you the best products and services available.
Time out. We're 3 seconds into the show, my guy.
Yeah, welcome to Ad Nauseum.
You really want to stink up the show right away,
I want to make it
ya?
so you don't even know the half of how stinky this is about to get.
Hey, Tyler, this one really popped up on us, didn't it?
Can we veto Ad Nauseum?
You really can't, and this time you're not going to want to. I promise. Tyler, I'm extending a hand right now, and I think that you're going to really enjoy this if you just have the open mind to follow me.
Well, you see, the most ad nauseums where you extend your hand, we take it, and then you suplex us.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here we're gonna ease into it. I'm gonna lube you up for goofdom with an Ad Nauseum mini, just a sort of little thing that I got sent. This is from my girlfriend's mother sent me this because she thought I would get a kick out of it, and she was goddamn right. Now this is an email campaign. You know, she's signed up for some stuff, got some emails just saying like, hey, come check out Ulta Beauty to get this makeup stuff. Now, the way the one email came in, and she's just like, going through, not thinking anything of it. And then a couple days later, she gets another one that's like, the email we sent recently, we're so sorry. We used very insensitive words. Oh my goodness. You're one of those. So then she was like, so then she went back and checked it. The header on the first email is, come hang with Kate Spade.
Oh, yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, I saw
that one. And if you don't know, Kate Spade did commit suicide, and that was the way in which it happened. So, yeah, I would argue very poor choice of words.
Who cares?
Tyler.
Someone didn't write that. That was like fully aware of the situation. Someone wrote that under like a 5-minute crunch. Like, come on.
I agree with you on that. I know that it wasn't someone going like, this is going to be, I've got a hot goof. I've got a big swing, but Belushi took big swings and look where it landed him. Well, that was a bad example, but anyway. But the part of it that's funniest to me is that it is Mental Health Awareness Month.
Oh God, Tori.
Problems
just the irony of all of it.
Yeah.
It's a whole thing. So I wanted to share that.
Here's what makes it infinitely worse is apologizing. The last email we sent was so terrible. We're so sorry. It's like, well, now I'm going to go look. I could have gone my whole life never looking at that, but now you've piqued my interest.
Right. I did. She had to give me the context that what had happened to Kate Spade herself. Mm-hmm. I think most people probably would have scrolled right past that because it's also a marketing email, so no one gives a shit.
Yeah, and the person who wrote it and the team who wrote it were probably like, all right, done and dusted. Looks great,
they write
everybody.
80 of them a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was like a 20-year-old intern. Yeah. There's no way that they didn't have a team of 7 people fact checking everything on there. They're like, make sure that you mention it's available at these locations. Make sure you mention it's this much off, and make sure you mention the date. That's all you have to get right.
And then use some sort of hook, go
come hang with Kate Spade or something like that.
Yeah, or come hang out with us or whatever. And they didn't know the partnership. The person who wrote this didn't know who Kate Spade was. 100%.
No. Makes some great bags though. Now, there was another ad that I received that is going to lead us into our larger ad nauseum portion of the day.
Can you give us a little bit of context going into this? Where did you see this ad?
I saw it on my email, I believe.
Oh, okay.
It was like
so
one
not
of the ones on the top. Not a Facebook one. No, I don't believe so.
Oh, so a fully sponsored one.
Can't remember for sure if it was email, but we'll say that for this. Now, have either of you heard of Truth Social?
I get that
Oh,
pushed on my
fuck.
email. I've never opened it. No idea what it is.
I have an idea of what it is.
Let me tell you, Tyler, Truth Social is a social media platform created by Trump Media and Technology Group.
Yep, there
This
it
was
is.
following his ban off of Twitter. Launched in February 2022, the platform has suffered severe scalability problems, leading to lower than expected user base. The service is only available via iPhone app in the USA and Canada.
Yeah, well, that's where freedom is most limited.
Okay, hold the fuck up. How in the year of our Lord 2022 do you not develop an app for all smartphones?
Who
Well,
gives
How do
a
you
shit?
only
We don't
do it for-
want Android opinions. We want rich people opinions. Android opinions aren't valuable.
We want the blue text bubble.
Yeah, honestly, Android users do disgust me. Maybe more than Truth Social users. So, to sum it up, this is Donald Trump's platform that is he wanted it to be a rival to Twitter. It was supposed to be where all the patriots flock to because, everything else is part of the leftist agenda and all that kind of stuff. It's meant to be a platform for free speech, like Twitter will soon be. It's meant to be a place free of the sort of biases and, the algorithm pushing its agenda on you.
Right. On Trump's social media.
Yes, so
a completely unbiased individual.
It's an unbiased experience. We call
it's
it
an unbiased, very hinged, you could say. Quite on the rails.
It is. It's completely unbiased. It's the completely most normal app. I've heard it's the best app. It might be. We got ratings. It was the best app on iPhone this year. It's truly spectacular. One of the best apps that's ever been built. Check it out.
How long has it been out? Wow, 1 year? Wow, we did all that in 1 year, folks.
February 2022, Tay.
Yeah, I know.
This is some hot shit right
It's
now.
the best.
So I had to see what this was. I was very interested by the idea of free speech because I just feel like free speech isn't something we get anywhere in the world ever anymore. It's just completely gone because the woke leftists
We're
are
literally
taking
being
over.
silenced
Stop.
as we're podcasting right now.
And
We're currently podcasting and silenced at the same time.
I am currently
Me,
being
a podcaster,
silenced.
broadcasting my opinions.
Tay, stop.
Right this
Tay,
second.
stop. I'm being silenced. Stop it.
You're
Tay.
silencing
You
me,
have
Tay.
to
You're
stop
silencing
Tay,
me.
Tay, shut up.
Stop
Tay, stop.
silencing
Tay,
me.
stop talking.
Tay,
You're
stop
silencing me.
silencing me.
Oh, now you're silencing a woman?
Yes, that one's actually okay. On Truth. What is it called? Truth Social?
Yeah, well, it's just called. I think they had to just use social to get the trademark, but it is just called Truth. Everything, all of their branding is just Truth.
Wasn't
pretty
that
much.
smoking campaign? Like the anti-smoking campaign? Wasn't that also called Truth?
Yeah, but that one don't fucking work. Do it, because I'm still out here vaping up a lung.
You
Fuck
love
yeah.
that shit. Now, this is the app. When you go on it, it is a pared down kind of. It looks like Twitter, but it's certainly pared down. It doesn't quite have all of the neat quality of life functionality, but it's a competent app. It's not terrible. The thing that's very disturbing right off the bat is that as soon as you make your account, and you know how normally you make a social media account, and it's like, all right, let's get you started. What are your interests? Do you like soccer? Do you like technology? Do you like world history? That kind of stuff. And then it kind of gets you following some accounts. This is just like, great, here's some people to follow. And it's immediately, number 1 is Donald Trump. Number 2 is Don Jr. Number 3 is Fox News. Number 4 is
One
Dinesh
American
Siasu
network.
or whatever. I didn't get OAN, but I got all of the sort of alt-right politicians that are currently
Well,
in.
Tori, let's be honest. It's because if you download Truth, they know your interests already. You don't need to specify.
That's where I'm getting with this. It's like they set it up to be one thing. They kind of express it like we're finally making an alternate platform. This is free and stuff. It's not. What they're trying to do very clearly is just attract the patriots to get into an echo chamber and yell at liberals for things that aren't happening.
Yeah, congratulations. Yep,
It's
they figured
wild.
it out. They figured it out.
When you tweet, it's called You Truth. And then you read.
I love that. I love that everything is a truth.
No, that's not right.
I like how
Everything is truth.
Tay cackles and Tyler goes, "Wow, Donald, I love that for you. I love that for you."
It's because the fucking terrible part of my brain is like, it's a great name. It's great
No, it's
marketing.
not. It's
if everything is
horrible.
truth.
It's funny if it wasn't a real thing. If this was like a Simpsons joke, then it would be damn funny, but it's not. This is real shit that's happening right now. So I decided I did have to go ahead and make an account.
Tori,
And
you have to stop making accounts for
Tay,
things you see
shut
ads
the fuck
for.
up. Shut
Tay,
the fuck up,
you're
Tay.
silencing Tori. Tay, you're silencing me as well by proxy.
Now, after a few years of not being able to find a woman on gamerdating.com,
Oh, you've been active with that?
Gavender Wild, he started having some very aggressive thoughts towards women, and he started finding some communities that he could really embrace without the internet, and that eventually led him to wanting to join the free speech platform of truth.
Tori, why is your
You brought this character back.
Tori, why is your online internet persona like why is he actually behaving like a real life person? I don't like that. I don't like that your fake persona is following real trends to the point where I'm now convinced that maybe you got a little bit of James McAvoy split kind of going on.
Yeah. It's just me and then this horrible person named Gavender Wild.
Gavender, fuck.
Yep. So I have Gav Wild is his name on this site, and I'm very proud of this. So please, let me just get this out. His @ is @ Sigma Balls.
Okay.
And his bio says, "Sorry if my posts offend you. ... Oh wait, no, I'm not."
Sorry, you're so good at this.
Only truths on
You are
truth.
so concerningly good at this.
So if anyone's wondering, because I'm about to delete this profile after this bit's done, but my profile picture is the Guy Fawkes mask, and
Oh yeah.
and my header photo is the soldiers raising the flag on Iwo Jima.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
That's some real patriot behavior right there you're exhibiting, Tori.
I had to figure out who Gavender was going to be for this segment in his lifespan. And so I came up with this. He's a libertarian with a clear bias for Trump.
That's all libertarians.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That's just being a libertarian.
That's fair. He asks questions, but is clearly a radical right winger. Like he's the kind of guy who's always like, I'm just asking, you know?
I'm just asking.
I'm just asking questions,
What's wrong
yeah.
with that? What's wrong with questions? Can I not have free speech anymore?
And also following his trends of his right-wing leanings, he is newly Christian and he wasn't raised Christian. So he does have some questions that he truly doesn't know yet. So he feels dumb asking them, but has to do it.
Oh, he's got a posture. He's got a posture really hard.
Yeah.
Tori.
Yeah.
Are you feeling okay? Like, are you
You're
like, have
so
you,
good at this. It's
has this,
So
has encompassing this personality, have you seen any changes within yourself lately? Have you been noticing anything?
I just feel a lot funny. I just feel like it's funny. I feel like I'm doing a lot for the world.
You're going full Daniel Day-Lewis right now.
Yeah. Well, I feel also like this makes me feel so shitty to use, but I had to do it for investigative goofism that I feel like I've been doing better things in my life outside of the app in order to like counterbalance it, like just balance my karma in the universe a little bit.
yeah, because otherwise all you'd have are Gav thoughts.
Son of a bitch. So I started off like any person would do, and I just wanted to like start putting some stuff out there just so that if people check my account when I start replying to people, it's not going to just be blank and empty. So start off with just a couple things like, so glad I found this app. There's finally a place free from the woke mob pushing an SJW agenda.
Fucking hell.
And then I have to make it like, I have to add some intrigue in there. So I'll also ask stuff like, question for all my hashtag libertarian truthers. I have been an honest and faithful libertarian for a few years now, but one thing is making me feel fraud. Can I still be a libertarian if I'm afraid of snakes? Even the drawing of the flag makes me squirm. Am I disqualified?
That's a really good question, actually. These are things you want to know before committing to that identity.
That's right. Yeah, see?
Like, do you have to be a big snake guy now?
Yeah, like it's the kind of thing where it's like I joined this mentality. I don't quite know the rules yet, so I'm gonna ask. But I'm already a diehard. Like it's in my blood.
I've already started rooting for this team. I can't go back now. There's evidence of me being on this team.
God,
further establishing who I am on this platform, I also would just post things like the tolerant left would probably cancel me for drinking a cold beer on a weekday, but they wouldn't know a hard day's work if it butt them in the ass. Hashtag Trump won.
Okay. Did you also misspell on purpose?
Yes.
Yes, that's good.
He's got to be a human.
Good.
He's got to be human.
Yeah, he typed that out, just didn't give a shit, just fucking post that. He was off. He was off a hot can of Busch Light on a Wednesday night. That bitch was sitting in the sun for a few hours. He doesn't even have a kid. He's just at a local Little League game yelling at the umpire right now.
Yeah, he wanted someone to make his punching bag.
Yeah, he wanted someone to make his punching bag, and after he got booted from the game for throwing his hot can of Busch Light at the Little League umpire, he was like, oh, fuck, well, I bet my fucking friends on Truth wouldn't cancel me over this like you did. Even the woke mob is getting to Little League sports. Now I can't harass umpires. This is bullshit.
So we used to overturn calls back in my day. He's like 24, like likes to talk about how the country has changed. I miss the country I grew up in, and it's like, oh, you mean you miss being a kid?
Yeah.
Back in my
country.
Back in my day, they would have called the batter safe if I would have physically assaulted that ump in the parking lot.
So I would occasionally make posts like this just to sort of keep up the persona, again, so that if people check out the profile, they're not going to think that I'm just some bot account or something like that.
Of course, you committed to the bit. Why else? Yeah. What else would you do? You committed to this bit.
Yeah,
you gotta. Once I honestly stepping into Gavin Wild's shoes. It's like a nice old pair of sweatpants, just comfy. Fits like a glove.
I was just gonna say,
it's comfy.
Was it comfy? Was it comfy being in those shoes? Well, Tay, here's the thing: it's got to be comfortable to live in a brain with no thoughts. It's got to be full of bliss to be like, wow.
That's fair. I go the other direction for that.
No thoughts hit this brain. It's so nice to live in here.
That's fair, and I can completely respect that now that I think about it.
Now, I did have to start making some posts that were going to incite some engagement, right? I wanted to have stuff, not even controversial, just sort of poking, like something that is going to get engagement. And I did it the way that I chose to do it in order to make myself feel a little bit better was to do obvious bait. So that if people were serious, I didn't want to try and genuinely change it. I wanted it to be if anyone's been on the internet before, they would probably know this is bait based on some of the posts that I'm making. And I wanted to see if I could get real people to then fall for that, even though it felt clear to me that it was a joke. I wanted to be fair in my investigative goofism. So I posted, as a hashtag libertarian, I'm not on a political side, obviously, but it blows my mind how Americans actually just believed that Trump lost the 2020 election. The facts are there. God. He won handily. How the hell did hashtag Biden end up in office despite obvious facts? Now, I didn't have any evidence in there.
Where did those votes come from?
There's clearly nothing backing this up, right? This is I just said something. About 15 minutes later, I get this response. Here's how number 46 landed in the House. You see, this downturn in the economy and the war in Russia has been planned for a while now. Now you could not have Trump 95% approval rating president with the highest on record in our economy since the 1930s. It's very incoherent.
What the fuck are you talking about?
To have his next term in the economy that was planned to fall. I don't know what that means. They needed a fall guy, and hashtag 46 was and is that fall guy. You're foolish to think that your vote counts for the president. People higher than them put him into office. So his whole it's mumbo jumbo, makes no sense. His whole point is that
there's a shadow
your vote doesn't count. There's a shadow government that put Biden there or whatever. And it's like, hey man, you're almost there. You're right. Your vote doesn't count.
Not for the reasons that you think.
Not for the reasons you think. You actually probably want the vote. you probably want to keep the Electoral College in because you don't understand that that's keeping your vote from mattering.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that your vote doesn't matter. It's just that some guy in Wyoming, his vote matters 35 times more than yours.
Sorry,
Yeah.
can you read that one more time, at least the beginning? I had something that I need a refresher.
Here's how 46 landed in the House. You see this downturn in the economy and war with Russia. It has been planned for a while now. You could not have Trump, a 95% approval rating president with the highest record in our economy. Yeah.
Okay, pause. 95% approval rating. According to who?
Whom said that?
Who said that?
Whom said that?
Whom said that?
Did you make a poll right here on this app after he was already out of office? Is that what happened?
Because a 95% approval rating for a world leader is like Kim Jong-un levels of like, yep, it's true.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. No one. Brad Pitt doesn't have 95% approval rating, and that man
Not
is
even
goddamn
close.
charming.
Whoa. Okay, he could get close, okay? Let's not
He
throw
could get
Brad
close.
Pitt under the bus.
But I'm
Yeah.
Oh, I love the Pitt, big Pitt head. But I'm trying to prove a point here. It's like that's just crazy. Someone responded to that with a link to a podcast episode on rumble.com. It's the 2,775th episode of their show, and the episode was The Wizards, Guardians of Intelligence, and the Start of the Storm. I did not listen to that podcast because I do have lines that I will not cross. But that's another response that I got. So he did post it twice. He responded to the first comment and then just posted it as a reply to my truth as well. So that's great. I would also post stuff like economic things, like Fox News is just posting constantly. So they would say something about like a $9 billion house in Austin got trashed by like, they're basically trying to say liberals went in and trash. Yeah, protest, that kind of thing. And I got like really upset because I was like ranting about how much money I could have made off renting that if I could have bought it, like that kind of thing. I responded to do you know Charlie Kirk? You familiar?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am
Okay, so
familiar with the small face.
The man with the very small face.
the very small face.
I responded to Charlie Kirk and I said, I was eating dinner tonight and I wondered something that I thought was interesting. Would Jesus have liked sloppy joes? I love them and I love Jesus, but he was Middle Eastern and the flavors are distinctly American. I bet he would have. Hashtag God bless. Hashtag praise God.
Oh my
Is there a
god!
character limit? Is there a fucking character limit?
Yeah, it's like
Because
400.
Okay, some thoughts need to be cut short, but that was right on the precipice.
You didn't
was
like my
right-
thought about...
That was right on the precipice of like, whoa, let's cool it there, champ. Some truths weren't meant to be thought of, okay? While yes, the flavors of a sloppy Joe are distinctly American in their palate, let's not make sweeping claims that maybe Jesus wouldn't have liked them, because there is a universal truth, and that's that if everyone just got together, ate a sloppy Joe together, we'd have world peace. And if we got rid of the libs.
There is a problem with your sentiment, though, Tyler.
I
What
see no
about-
problems, but what?
People from India can't have beef.
You can make
Also-
like turkey sloppy joes.
Okay, yeah. Well, what about
Also,
the vegans?
what? They just can't have beef? Everyone should be able to have beef, Tay. It's what God intended for us to eat. Why did he put the
Look at-
cows here if we're not
Look
eating
at Jordan Peterson. He almost exclusively eats beef, and he looks like he's about to die.
No, you're wrong.
guy
He looks
looks-
so healthy.
Does he seriously like only eat meat?
Red meat diet, baby.
Red
and
meat
it
diet.
literally kills you.
That man would smell so bad.
Please,
Yeah.
I'm begging you, eat a vitamin, a mineral, something green.
I also introduced Gav as a bit of a crypto nerd, which I thought would be
No.
fun.
Yeah, he's a
so-
libertarian.
Yeah, that's
that
exactly-
just
like,
kind of
it-
goes with the territory.
It goes with the territory. So yeah, I said, my friend keeps begging me to get out of crypto now that it's quote unquote failing. I thought about it. Then I dropped another 3K into Bitcoin, hashtag to the moon.
Oh my god!
By the dip, baby, it's right there. I just can't. I can't pay for this. This show doesn't make enough money to pay for the therapy you'll need after this, Tori, because you're gonna have to like, we're gonna have to detach you from Gavender. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pull you apart like, and I don't know if we have the funds to go through the American healthcare system and get that amount of care necessary for you.
Spoiler
T.
alert,
So,
we absolutely do not.
so you might be left in the wild on this one. We might just have to take you out back and say bye-bye.
That's fair, honestly. Just to wrap up, like
think of the lib story. Bang.
To put a point on like the poking that I was doing, I also came across a guy at Patriot1238, and I responded to something he said, and I said, literally the only reason hashtag gas prices are so high right now is because Biden want it high. There is no other reason whatsoever. Control, lies, manipulation. This is what the left wants. Hashtag Kofifi.
Fuck.
Now that got a like, a heart, a retruth, and 2 responses from people saying like, nah, you give that dude too much credit. He's a puppet for like the elite pulling the strings and stuff. Just to show you how blatant I can be. Like the fact that I put in that's the only reason gas prices are high, and then restated, there is literally no other reason whatsoever. Yeah, there fucking is.
I also love that, like, you're saying Biden bad, but it's not far enough for them.
Yeah.
Like, it will never be far enough unless you fully commit to, like, no, there's intergalactic aliens that are controlling the shadow government.
God, I want to stop, but I was so good at this character. I also had one that said, I'm so sick of pronouns. God did not intend for pronouns. He did not create them. His teachings do not contain them.
That is a very fucking good one. That is a very fucking good one. You make it. You hold on, Tori. You
Yeah.
put a capital H on that. He.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
You know I did, pal.
100%. You capitalize that.
Yeah.
The subtlety is so perfect.
I know.
God.
It's such obvious bait. Hold on. There was one more really good bait one.
Fuck.
Okay. The original was something complaining about how we're giving money to the Ukraine, and we shouldn't be doing that because it's our money. And I responded, again, I was trying to be very obvious with this bait. I respond, again, we're giving money to Ukraine, people are complaining. I say, this is horseshit. Why should we have to pay? We won the American Revolution and didn't need any help or money. Why should us hardworking Americans have to pay for Ukraine?
I love that. Just blatantly wrong. See what you can pull from it.
Yep. And I got a response to that said,
no one's going to fact check that on that website.
No, I straight up was posting stuff that had no...
You don't need to fact check, Tay. It's called a truth. Tori put a truth out and it got re-truthed. What, you're going to fact check a truth?
Now, Tay, it's funny that you talk about fact checking because I wanted to see how far I could push this bar. And I had a thought to myself, what am I, with this limited time, I've been on truth for about 5 days at this point. I'm thinking to myself, what can I do to really get some good podcast content from this? And then I had the thought occur to me, start a conspiracy theory.
No, you fucking didn't.
Yeah, what is it? What is it? What are we going with? What's our new thing we're believing?
One day ago, Gavender Wild makes a post that says, strap in. Sources are saying that cattle in Iowa are starting to get injections with the goal of that injection entering the American population's body via dairy products and beef. I've heard that it's I've heard that it's either a COVID-19 vaccine or that it's fluoride. Both are being used for controlling the public. These cattle injections are a secret Biden mandate and are planning to be rolled out across all U.S. farms over the next 4 months or so. God help us all. Hashtag vaccine, hashtag Biden, hashtag truth, hashtag conspiracies. And I posted that with 2 photos of cows getting vaccines from vets that I Googled.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I hope that didn't gain traction. I hope that didn't gain any traction. Yeah, no, Tori, I don't Tori, you could have probably maybe done some actual damage to democracy right there by.
But I specifically did it for the thing that's like.
I
didn't do
specifically
something.
did it for a podcast, guys.
No, I didn't go with this character. I never went anywhere into making fun of women, into like trying to do, like incite any racial anything. I was very clear to not do that. I was just saying dumb stuff like, "Oh, we won the American Revolution with no help" and all that. Like cows getting injected with fluoride so that we eat their meat and have fluoride. Like I tried to make it like sound realistic enough that it's not like, okay, yeah, there's like these blue men that come from the sky and they're gonna tickle everyone on this night. Like, you know, I didn't want to make it like that. Had to be somewhat believable. But if you Google cow getting injected, these are like the first two images.
Oh my God.
Tori, you missed the opportunity to do some actual good with that one and be like, everyone remember, cut down on your red meat consumption so you don't get
Well,
the
that
full
was
vaccine.
that was the implied like thing behind it. Is like there's no damage being done on here because it's either going to get people to cut down on red meat or it's going to like people are going to be like, no, I stand by red meat. Like I would never. I'm a fucking man. It did get one retruth.
I'm gonna make sure that my fucking beef comes from a locally sourced farm, where I know my farmer doesn't do that. Fuck.
It would be rolled out.
Sorry, could you fucking imagine? This takes off, like this conspiracy theory,
Yeah.
and then like all the news outlets start reporting on it or whatever, like possible conspiracy theory, blah blah blah.
Who
blah.
are Gavender Wild sources?
I know.
And then all we have to do is call a correspondent and be like, hey, look, we do a show. It's called Baseless Claims. Listen
No,
to this
I would commit to
episode.
that
You'll
bit, but I
totally
would
get
use it. I would harness it for good.
Yeah, the good of getting this show off the ground.
I would make Gavender Wild like the birds aren't real guy. Like I would just use it to be like this is our tour comedy right now. That did get one retruth. Not a lot of traction. I'm happy about that. I was hoping it wouldn't, but then there was a part of me that I hate that did want it to take off pretty badly.
Yeah, that part of
but
you
it didn't,
is
you know,
Gavender.
one retruth from it looked like a conservative woman in her like maybe early 60s. So I did kind of feel bad about that, but I mean, there's all kinds of great stuff on there. I think that everyone would get a good kick out of, like, you know, people talking about all these like mandating, like they're trying to indoctrinate kids at school to be gay or whatever, and then I would respond with something like, "We should not be indoctrinating our children. We should be teaching them strong Christian values." That'll get a couple likes, you know, just stuff like that. It's pretty great.
Fuck.
There is, oh God, I have one final thing to talk about, but there is, I do have another really funny one that I did. I was too good at this.
This isn't
There's only
so
one thing in
much
this world I'm
ad
good at.
nauseum as it is, Tori, like, please, I need you guys to listen so I can justify to myself why I did this over an entire week of my life.
So
I need the ends to be worth it.
The ends have to justify the means, otherwise this
They
was a complete
have
mistake.
Please, guys.
So someone had tweeted,
Truth, Tori.
Truthed.
a photo that appears to be Joe Biden. It's very blurry. It looks like a Bigfoot photo or something like that. And it appears that there is a topless woman and he's like reaching out and groping her boob or something like that. And then it's just hashtag America First, hashtag 2000 Mules, which is a new documentary that some alt-right dude made. So no words or anything. It's just supposed to be like, look at this creep is basically what it's saying. Of Biden supposedly grabbing the boob of a shirtless woman. And I responded, disgusting. My president would never treat a woman so terribly.
Oh,
Let's
my
bring class back to
God.
the Oval Office, hashtag Trump won.
Dude.
I'm being obvious about it.
Yeah,
You're
but
being obvious to yourself, but not to the
you're
people
being
in the
obvious
echo
to
chamber
yourself.
that you are now in.
Yeah, well, lesson learned now. I wish you would have told me that 5 days ago before Gavender Wild joined Truth Social.
How
I
the fuck
feel
would
like
I would have
shouldn't-
known?
I feel like we shouldn't have to tell you.
Yeah.
Hey, Tori, if you don't log on to truth.com
Tyler,
and
if
get
you would have
yourself in it.
if you had a segment on a podcast where you talked about marketing that you found and you loved the smash hit bit you did about GamerDating.com, you needed the fucking sophomore slam on this one, you would have done anything, all right? And Tyler, I guarantee with your commitment to the bit, you would have gotten in deeper than I did.
Oh my God.
There's got to be precautionary measures next time. Tori, we're going to have to start putting you on like one of those child leashes where it's like shaped like a monkey backpack.
Looks like a monkey. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we can just, so that maybe we need your full internet history. So whenever like we can get live updates, what you're Googling at all times, so like your internet activity. So then we can message you like when we see you on truth.com, we can like pull our little like monkey tail and be like, no, Tori, too close to the deep end there.
No, because in closing on Truth Social, they sort of pulled the monkey tail away from me because when I signed up for this website, this was supposed to be free speech platform. Everything goes because this is where communication happens.
Did you get banned off of truth.com?
No,
It's
but they
very
did
easy,
remove one of my
actually.
posts.
What post?
What was the post?
It wasn't even bad, just so you know.
No.
But one, I'll tell you, but it shouldn't matter, right? This is a free speech platform.
Yeah, no, their whole thing is a lie that they're like, no, it's all free speech. And then the second it's like no, not that kind. No, don't like that. It's like, this is worse than Twitter. Like, I've only gotten one tweet. I've only had like one tweet removed, and it was probably for the best because I did threaten violence. But
Yeah.
again, like, I've only ever had the one removed where I was like, check your mailbox. And it was a picture of like, when, like in Ireland, they were like putting bombs in mailboxes.
Yikes, dude. You can't do that. You can't make fun of that.
Well, yeah. Twitter was like, no, too far, champ. And I was like, yeah, that one's fair. Reel me back in. Pull my monkey tail.
So the removed truth in question was a response I made to Fox News. They had posted an article. The article's headline was "Kindergartners in Canada sent with homework assignment to masturbate," which no, they fucking didn't. That's just not true. They didn't take a kindergarten class and say you have to go home and beat that meat and then come back and report.
I desperately want to know their source on that one.
Yeah,
like, I
like,
want to
what the
know
fuck?
what they were able to take and be like, we could probably spin this, right? That'll work.
But as you can imagine the cesspool that was in the replies on that, right?
Yeah.
Of people like claiming they're so freaking worried about the children. It's ridiculous. So my response that got removed was, what the fuck? This is horseshit. I couldn't get a boner till I was like 14.
That's a weird one. That's an incredibly mild one.
Yeah.
It's funny
catch-
though. That's
to catch a removal for.
That's one of the first ones where I've been like, yeah, it's really funny. That's just genuinely make me concerned for you.
Yeah.
I don't get it because there wasn't any like slant or bias that they clearly don't want. It's just you stating, man, I couldn't get a boner till I was 14.
Right. Like, I did agree that it was horseshit. I don't know. Look, I have enough content in this to make it go for 2 hours, but I am going to save everyone right now, and we'll end it at my removed.
We're gonna pull
removed truth.
We're pulling the monkey tail.
Thank you.
We're pulling you out.
And thank you everyone for joining me here on another Ad Nauseum segment. We'll be back with more great products and services next week.
No.
That's true. That's
putting,
fair. I should.
Please,
We're
God.
putting buffer. We are implementing buffer periods for how often you can do ad nauseum.
This one earned that.
This one was
fair.
a doozy.
Yeah.
I think
Sorry.
even the last one earned it of like, Tori, I think for your own protection, we can't let you do another ad nauseum segment for a little while, okay, bud?
I think
All
it's
right.
We're gonna pull the
also
monkey tail.
because a lot of the ad nauseums that you've brought to the table are like from really right-leaning sources, and we just dunk on them for being ridiculous. But the frequency of which you find these like targeted
Only
towards you,
it's a fucking Sisyphusian like chamber that Tori has like imprisoned himself within, where he seeks this content out to make an ad nauseum segment, and then the increased rate at which he sought it out only increases the rate further, and then it just keeps getting pushed to him endlessly now.
Because that's
It's
how
quite
algorithms
cyclical
work.
and bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, sometimes it's funny.
Sometimes. You can't bake on it always, though. Nah, you probably can.
It's probably a pretty safe bet. So I was thinking, it's in a not dissimilar vein, but I don't want to say similar. I was thinking about, I'm so glad that we have a comedy podcast in which we don't have to establish credentials at the beginning of every episode. We don't have to like come out with like, yes, my name is this. I am a graduate professor of Harvard University. I was top in my whatever. It doesn't fucking matter here.
Yeah, we're just.
It's a
three
great
people.
space because every other podcast I listen to, I question that. Where like if someone is like, yeah, this is my guest Cody, and it's like, why the fuck would I listen to anything Cody's got to say? What does he know about this? Just he's your friend? Oh, we're talking like this is an episode about anything. Like this is an episode about traumatizing childbirth, and it's like, this is my friend Cody, and it's like, well, what the fuck does Cody know? You better tell me in the next 3 seconds or I'm logging the fuck off. I don't want to hear anything from someone, especially if it's like, no, like you don't understand. Like the body goes through these healing processes and I'm like, nope, I'm done. If you didn't describe to me how you are qualified in anything, I'm fucking out, because otherwise, what's your opinion mean to me? It's nothing.
Well, his qualifications are that his wife wanted to, take medications to help ease the pain of childbirth, and he talked her off that ledge because he knows that it's a natural birth is the way to go.
It's the complete natural way to go. But if we had to establish ourselves at the top of the episode as like, here's why you should tune into this comedy podcast, what qualifications would you give yourself?
Mine's super easy. Super easy. Hello,
Say it
welcome
then.
to Baseless Claims, our casual conversational comedy talk show. My name is Tay. I am the diversity hire.
Okay. Yeah. So you're not going for any qualifications. You are
no,
just
that's
fully
it.
leaning into like, I'm horribly unqualified. They just needed representation in this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, okay, as being that this is a podcast, is being a straight white man enough of a credential?
That
is fair.
That is fair. It is, by all legal measures, enough of a credential. But if you really had to prove it, like if it wasn't enough for some people, if the woke mob took over Tory, if we were
If
all on
if I was going to be
truth.com.
canceled, if I was going to be canceled,
Yeah.
if I didn't give my credentials for why people should laugh at my hot takes and stuff.
Yeah. What's your podcaster credentials, Tori? What's your street cred like? What's your goof cred?
Ooh,
Your goof cred.
you're kind
What
of taking
GPA
away what
did
makes
you have? Your goof.
Oh, jeez.
What does GPA stand for? Fuck.
Grade
Grades.
point
point average.
Grade point average. What's your goof point average, Tori?
Oh, I gotta say, my goof point average has probably got it. It's not a 4.0, but it's got to be. I would say I would give myself a 3.5.
Yeah, that seems fair. That seems fair. I graduated at the top of my improv club with a 3.5 goof point average.
Yeah.
I was an esteemed member. I did lots of local work at different open mic nights. I did a lot of work within the community. Some different goof charities. We didn't give the homeless shelters any money. It's just we went there and we made some laughs at their expense, and then we left.
Me and Troy and Connor and Tanner, we all went down there, and we just thought we'd give them a free show, so we just did 30 minutes of some improv comedy for them. It was actually pretty cool. It's kind of an experimental show we were working on.
We did put our hat on the ground so they could throw money into it. You know,
we left
because we
the
should be paid
cool-
for our art. Okay,
we left
regardless of where we go,
$1.50.
we should be paid for our art.
Let's see. What's another credential I could have? What does the word liaison mean? That sounds
No one
official
knows.
enough.
That's what they use it in, like, it sparingly because no one knows, but it does sound fancy and official.
Okay, how about my name is Tay. I am the subculture liaison for the podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. So you're
that's-
going
yeah,
with the
yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
educational slant.
Because
Okay.
that makes it sound like me being into nerdy shit and a furry, like, has something behind it where it's actually official.
There's something really funny about like, hi, my name is Tyler. I'm a classically trained goofer. I was, I went through all of the rungs. You know, my parents started me really early, age of 5, with the classical goof training. You know, I had the little Groucho Marx glasses right away when I was born.
I graduated through the ranks. I have a purple belt in comedy.
I've done some Dane Cookian studies over my tenure.
Yeah, I was averaging about 15 whoopee cushions per grade.
That's really impressive. What
Keeping those numbers up. No assists though. That's actually going to be my stat. Is I'm Tyler. I provide no assists.
All killer, no killer.
No. My ERA is terrible. My goofs, whatever. My goof supported average, terrible. Mm-hmm. I'm in it for the glory.
My name is Tay, and I'm going to be providing some insight on coin flip technology.
My name is Tyler. My interruption grade is really, really good. I like to jump in wherever you least expect me. Okay, continue, Tay.
As I was saying, I'm going to be your coin flip expert for today.
What do you guys think my credentials would be?
I did roll 3 heads in a row this morning, so I think I'm a qualified expert on this topic.
What does rolling 3 heads mean? Because that can mean a lot of things. Like you either beheaded 3 separate people, you rolled from one hookup to the next, just blowing after blowing after blowing. Mm-hmm. What's the context of that?
I'm glad you asked. You see, the context of the word... I'm not continuing this bit. This sucks. Move on, please.
I tried to cut it off, but you got upset, so... Tried to save you. I was ripping your monkey cord.
I was gonna say you didn't.
I got you, buddy. Come nestle into my arms like a little baby snow monkey. Papa got you.
Papa got you. You want to go on truth with me? Huh? You want to dive into this with me?
Yeah, I'm the alt-right correspondent.
Don't say that.
I don't like it, but I do have like such a morbid like. God damn, if I'm not interested in conspiracy theory culture, just watching it like animals at the zoo.
What if it was, what's another word for like explorer or
Spelunker?
Spelunker of the alt-right. You go on excursions into the truth and come back with stories about crazy people.
Oh, fuck.
So we got to separate the sicko categories because Tori's our alt-right sicko correspondent. I'm the correspondent that checks in on what the fuck is going on at Hardee's. Like that's a completely different beast.
I don't even know if you check in what's going on there as much as just go, this place should not exist. Basis, I decided one day.
The source is I made it the fuck up.
No, I'm diving into those Hardee's reviews, looking at what these sick freaks are up to. I'm diving into sword crimes, looking at what these fuckers with swords are going on with, their whereabouts, keeping track on them. It's just, this podcast should just be called Sicko Watchers.
Yeah, because I go on fucking misconnections and look at the weirdos on there.
Mm-hmm. Just a little voyeur, aren't you, Tay?
Yeah, you're the misconnection and furry correspondent, another brand of sickos. Tori's got the alt-right fucking locked down.
I do like alt-right Spelunker. I think that might be
That one's pretty
My
good.
thing.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm so happy we don't have to. Like that would take away everything that makes podcasts great. Some podcasts should do it, but our podcast, if I had to justify why my goofs were funny, I would never would do anything.
Yeah, no, like we wouldn't have anywhere near the amount of people listening to our show if we had to bullshit our like our
Hey, maybe we would
credentials.
have more if people were
Maybe,
like, "Oh,
maybe.
I trust them. He went to Harvard improv class. I really believe in him."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like he went to an Ivy League comedy school.
I went to an Ivy League clown college.
Now he did write his thesis on Louis C.K., but it was like
Yeah, it was just before everything, so it's fine.
Actually, yeah, there's a basis for it to be like, "Oh, no, I don't think I want to listen to this guy." This guy thinks jerking off in front of people is funny. There's nothing funny about it.
I mean, if it was on it was on Misconnections, it'd become funny.
It's funny if it's consensual.
Yes, there you go. That's the point.
Is it? If you had to watch that and you knew it was completely consensual and everything was totally chill, would it be funny to watch, or would you be like, I physically cannot bring myself to like close this tab?
Yeah, no, like
Conceptually, it's funny.
depending on the context too, because if it's like a sensual like between lovers kind of thing, that's not as funny. But if it's in like some porn parody, like, that shit's hilarious.
I would
Like
never
fucking-
absorb that kind of content.
Like fucking, have you guys?
Hi, my name is
obviously-
Tyler. I'm the clean cut comedy person of the group. I only do family appropriate jokes.
Hit us with one.
My younger son was supposed to be in Sunday school last weekend, and he said, "But Dad, the game is on." And I said, "The real game you should be worried about is between the devil and God playing over your soul, and where that goes."
That was the fun.
You might be a redneck.
And where your soul goes, get her done.
You know what else should be done? This fucking show. So thank you so much for listening to us today. It's we love having you here as much as we're fucking weird. But go ahead and leave a like, favorite, comment, and or review. Really helps the show out, gets us into curated lists, and helps spreads us around. And in the descriptions of wherever you may be listening to our show, go ahead and check that out too, because we do have a link to our Discord where you can join all the other people talking about our stupid, weird show. And sometimes we even talk about them on the show. So go ahead and interact. We'd love to hear from you.
Give me something so I don't have to go on Truth ever again. I promise if you give us a topic to talk about on our Discord, I will not talk about Truth Social ever again.
Please, God.
You can
if that's
also
if that's not a call to action, I don't know what the fuck is.
That's like a threat. You're like holding a gun to the audience's head. And
otherwise
like,
I'm
you're
gonna go
making
deeper."
me do this. You are making me do this.
Look what you made me do.
You can also go over to youtube.com/shapelessmedia or shapelessmedia.com. It'll take you to the same place, and you're going to find hundreds of videos that you're bound to like. You're going to find every episode of this show, along with just hundreds and hundreds of other good content that you can get more of us. Because I know y'all want that.
You can also go on Truth Social and find us at Shapeless
No,
Media. We're
don't
adding
do
to our
Do
roster of
not
socials.
do that. Do
Tyler,
not
please,
do
it's-
that.
Don't forget, it's at Sigma Balls.
Sigma ball.
Well, you're deleting that account, so we got to have the official brand account now.
Well, I might delete everything off of it, but I kind of don't want anyone else to get Sigma Balls because it's so good.
It is really good. Can you get verified on that platform?
Oh, Jay, you should not have asked me that.
Check us out. We're verified on Truth. All we post are truths. Our show Baseless Claims is a truth, okay?
Holy shit. I mean, it is like there is only like 49,000 active users ever. So like I could
Oh my-
probably get to the top if I tried really hard.
No, God, why did I say words?
Because all the other ones are just like Q, like they're all just like it's the new place for Q drops.
Oh my God.
Welcome new audience members, I guess. Wow. I'm fucking thrilled to have you here. Don't leave comments, please. We don't want to hear it.
Please don't leave comments. Also, hi, I'm gay and trans and a furry.
Even our podcast got canceled because Tay was the diversity hire. We used to have a complete... His name was Greg. His name was Greg. We went to school with him. And then Tay canceled the show and made herself in it. She put herself in the show because we got canceled.
That's how it goes. That's the lore of the show.
Yeah, they'd be like, you libs canceled Louis C.K., but you like this shit? And it's like, didn't he just win the Grammy for Best Comedy Album despite being quote-unquote canceled? And they'd be like, yeah, fucking whatever.
Wait, did he really?
There's no such thing as canceling. It doesn't exist.
No,
He won a
it's just
Grammy.
proof. Yeah, it's just proof. But we
There's
all knew
no
that.
such thing as consequences. Anywho, there would be dire fucking consequences if you don't go to poddex.com right now.
That's a
because
threat.
I will you. I will your I will do it if you don't go to poddex.com and use code SWORDWATCH at checkout to get 10% off your first order. Now, you're probably wondering, what's poddex.com? Well, these are a deck of cards that are going to be able to give you funny podcast topics for a podcast of your very own. Yes, you right now legally have to start your own podcast, or I will you again. I don't know what you're missing here. I'm going to
You really shouldn't double down on this, Tyler. You're going against our community guidelines, and we will be censoring that.
Oh, great. Now everything's good. First you killed Greg, and now you're censoring me. Great. Now I'm going to get replaced.
Greg just got offered a new position, Tyler. Why are you so angry?
Tay canceled Greg. Tay canceled Greg.
Greg didn't even want to leave. It was an opportunity he couldn't pass up. It was going to bring him back closer to Oregon where his family is. And he's having a
I
baby
was
soon.
so honored that Greg even reached out to me and even offered me the opportunity.
Greg was a stand-up guy, put in a connection, and then we didn't have to go through a clunky hiring process. It was all right. Tyler, please just stop threatening the audience and help us sell stuff.
Okay.
We ask Tyler, how would you even find these people? He just responds,
192.154. That's you out there, and I know it is, by Poddex. So you're going to want to start your own podcast, and you're going to need some help with it. And that's why you need to go to Poddex, because they're the podcasting experts. I don't know how to do an auditory eye roll, but imagine one in there. But I do like some of the cards. They're juicers, okay? They're meant to get you started. They're not meant to carry you through a whole episode, which is why we stick them at the end like we do here.
You ready for the pod deck last laugh? Who can you impersonate really well? I'm glad you asked!